Okay. So the examples at the bottom, we're just answering the question, is this a right triangle? Okay. So first you want to just identify at least what your hypotenuse is. What is the hypotenuse in this case? Okay, so C has to be 29, and that means that A and B are 20 and 21. Okay, it doesn't matter which one I label A and which one I label B. Doesn't matter because we're just adding them together anyway after we find their squares. So the work, if we were showing our work, it's 20 squared plus 21 squared equals 29 squared. 20 squared and 21 squared, you'll simplify those and add them together. That's just going to be 400 and 441. Find out what 29 squared is. Okay, 841. And so what is 400 plus 441? Okay, and so is this a right triangle? Yes, it's true. 841 equals 841. So yes, it's a right triangle. Okay, and now doing the same exact type of example, except we don't have a diagram, we just have the numbers. How do I know which one's the hypotenuse? Yes, so A, B, and C can be identified. The largest number is the hypotenuse, so 10. And that means that 5 and 6 have to be A and B. So we set that up. 5 squared plus 6 squared equals 10 squared. 5 times 5 is 25. 6 times 6 is 36. And 10 squared is 100. Now, if I were doing this and I have a calculator next to me, I would, and I'm not required to write the work, I would just type this in exactly as I see it. 5 squared plus 6 squared, and just find out what that sum is. Okay, it's 61. I would find that number first, and then I would go back and find 10 squared because it's going to show them next to each other vertically. And you can tell that they're not the same number. So the answer is going to be no, it's not a right triangle. Okay, go ahead and try the next example. Okay, so what is our hypotenuse in this case? It's going to be 16. That means A and B are going to be 8 and 15. So whenever you set this up, you should have 8 squared plus 15 squared equals 16 squared. 8 squared is 64. 15 squared is 225. 16 squared is, thank you. And then whenever you add these together, is 289 equal to 256? No, they are not, so it is not a right triangle. Even though the diagram looks like a right triangle, it not always is. Okay. Our last one is the same example I talked to you about on the board. 3, 5, and 4, the hypotenuse has to be the number 5 because it's the largest one. So A is 3, B is 4, C is 5. So 3 squared plus 4 squared equals 5 squared. So that's going to be 9. 16 should equal 25. 9 and 16 is 25, so that is true. So the answer is yes, it is a right triangle. Okay, so we are using the same method. Nothing is going to change today to find out whether the values that they're giving us are creating a right triangle or if the values on the triangle create a right triangle. Okay, so go ahead and go to Canvas. Your day 1 assignment is opened. It has multiple attempts, so if you don't make them 100% that first time, it's always a good idea to go back and retry it.